What's up guys, welcome to the Macintosh Review. Today I'm back covering another episode of the latest Pokemon Go hacks. In this episode I'm going to show you guys how to hack the latest version of Pokemon Go, which is 1.3.1, and the best part about this method is it does not require a jailbreak at all. You do not need to have a jailbroken device. Now that being said, this also works on iOS 10 and this will work on iOS 9.3.4 and iOS 9.3.3 as well, so all of the latest firmwares including the iOS 10 betas will work for this. And you also will need an Apple ID. If you want to use your own Apple ID, go ahead, that's fine. I recommend using a second Apple ID, so go ahead and create a second one if you wish. I'm going to be using my second Apple ID to do this. Once you confirm that you have the Apple ID that you want to use, you're going to need to do a few things. Go ahead and get your computer, go ahead and get your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch, and make sure that it's hooked up to your computer. I have my iPhone 6 here hooked up, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step. The next step is you're going to need to do a couple of downloads. Really simple, guys. The links to all the downloads will be down there in the description. You are going to need to do 2 downloads. First off, you need to download and install Cydia Impactor onto your computer. As you guys can see, I have Cydia Impactor installed right here on my Mac. Next up, you're going to want to go ahead and download the hacked Pokemon Go IPA. Basically, this is the application we will be installing onto our iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch that contains all the hacks, and it is the latest version. The link in the description will be for 1.3.1, which is the latest version of Pokemon Go. Now, if you already had Cydia Impactor installed, make sure it is the latest version. Go ahead and check for updates. As you guys can see, I have the latest version installed right here on my Mac. So once you have the latest version of Cydia Impactor installed and your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch is hooked up to the computer, all you have to do is drag the downloaded IPA with all the hacks for Pokemon Go on top of Cydia Impactor, and you should get a little pop-up asking you for your Apple ID username. This is where you're going to have to enter the Apple ID that I mentioned earlier. I'm going to be using my second Apple ID. You also will be required to enter your passcode, so go ahead and do that. And once you do that, it should actually run through a little process here on the Cydia Impactor itself, and you should eventually see the application pop up here onto your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch. So I'm going to wait a few seconds, wait for it to pop up here. Just as an explanation, basically what this is doing is using your Apple ID to sign the IPA and then load it onto your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch. One of the downsides of this method is that you are going to need to do this every 7 days from when you install. If you are a developer, you can actually do this every 365 days, but if you are using a regular Apple ID, you will need to repeat this entire process every 7 days just to sign the IPA and get it loaded onto your device. Really not that big of a deal. It only takes a couple of minutes and it should work every time you do it, and it's really not that big of a deal for all of the hacks that you get. So as you guys can see, Pokemon Go actually popped up here on my device. If you go ahead and try and open it, it's going to say untrusted developer. Go into these settings, then go into general, scroll down, devices and profiles management, and then go ahead and click your username or your Apple ID, click trust twice, and then go back to the home screen. You should be able to open the application. Might take a couple seconds just to load up here, guys. You will get a pop-up asking you to use location services. Go ahead and click yes, then go ahead and click cancel here. And as you guys can see, you're right on the main screen of Pokemon Go. Now, I'm not going to sign in, but just to show you guys that this does work, go ahead and click the M here. You will see all the options pop up. You can go ahead and click settings here. It'll pop up with an indicator showing you have a joystick. You can fake your location. You can choose how fast your character moves here, walking, running, or driving. It's also got a map feature. If you actually see the map feature, you should be able to scroll around anywhere on the map and click walk here. It'll make your character move directly to that location wherever the Pokemon are. Also, while you are playing the game, it should come up with a list of Pokemon on the right side here. You can go ahead and click that and it'll make you move directly to where that Pokemon is on the map. This little IV on the side will show you a list of Pokemon around you. It'll be also all the Pokemon you've captured, so it'll show you exactly how to sort the Pokemon. You can filter them however you want, just a new way to view the Pokemon. You can also go ahead and hide the controls altogether, and then go ahead and triple tap and they should reappear. And lastly, you do have the joystick for moving around here, guys. Really cool way of actually hacking Pokemon Go. You are going to need to do this every 7 days, like I said, but for those of you who wanted a method to do this without actually jailbreaking your device, you can do that now. Also, in case you are afraid of getting banned, if you use this method and you do not teleport, which there actually is not a teleportation option, you should not get banned. This is really a great method to hack Pokemon Go because it's just moving around using a joystick. You can also just move around using the tap to walk features or the map map features, and you're not going to be teleporting. You really shouldn't get caught if you don't abuse it, and as long as you go back to your original location at the end of your session, you should be fine. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I like Pokemon Go hacks, so be sure to subscribe for more Pokemon Go hacks, tweaks, mods, and tips and tricks. Also be sure to follow my Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and website page all down in the description. I've also got links for you guys to get paid iOS and Android apps down there, so check those out. And be sure to check out my other Pokemon Go videos, guys. I've also got jailbreak videos and everything iOS, iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch, so be sure to stick around for more from the Macintosh Review. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome, and I will catch you next time. Peace.